Once again, everyone, I'm Pat Olson as we have yet another interview here in our ongoing series here on the CUSD YouTube channel. We're joined by John Corry, who serves a lot of roles in the district, the assistant to superintendent in the district. But the thing we're going to kind of focus on today is your role as the principal at Kings Mountain Elementary. That's a unique campus, kind of removed from the rest of the district. So let's start there. The uniqueness, it's smaller. You've got very small, staff there. It's a little bit removed from the rest of the CUSD schools.
Definitely geographically removed, but still proudly within the Cabrillo Unified School District, up on Skyline Boulevard, actually located in Woodside, but nevertheless still part of the Cabrillo Unified School District. Kings Mountain is a smaller, alternative, if you will, elementary school. We're enrolled for 14-15 with 73 students as of today. Total 73, but we're very proud of our students, very proud of our staff. We have 3 certificated teachers. Debbie Silvera teaches K1, Sue Bolton teaches 2-3, and Miley Springer teaches grades 4 and 5. So a small, very close-knit community up at Kings Mountain. We also are proud to have 2 additional intervention teachers. Diane Siegel and Joni Shoemaker comprise the other part of our certificated staff, in addition to having music and science staff as well. So a very, very small school, but a very distinguished school in many different ways.
You know, you have a lot of hats to wear because you also work at the district office. So give us, I guess, the ratio. What percentage of time do you find yourself up in Woodside on that campus? What percentage of time are you down at the district office in your assistant superintendent role?
Yeah, that's a good question, and obviously the days vary. I wish I could be at Kings Mountain every day. It's a very beautiful setting up on the mountain amidst beautiful redwoods. Very enjoyable, especially during the winter time where we've actually had snow up there as well. And beautiful on a gorgeous day with views of the coast as well. I would say on any given week I can be at Kings Mountain maybe for a day or 2, but most of my primary duties in the district center around personnel and people services. We've had a very busy summer hiring a lot of new administrators, a lot of new staff. So this year we'll be particularly busy mentoring and coaching our new staff. But I will be at Kings Mountain probably a day or 2 a week, but we're also very blessed to have a site director up at Kings Mountain as well, who's there on a daily basis.
You mentioned that's Diane Siegel, and expand on her role a bit as site director. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, she is available for students, parents, and staff on a daily basis. She's actually a 4-hour site director and a 4-hour intervention teacher. So she begins her day very early up at Kings Mountain and ends her day very late up at Kings Mountain. As a site director, she is responsible for literally managing the school day, but more importantly being available for students, staff, and parents to resolve any conflicts, resolve any problems. She's literally running the school with our very distinguished classified staff of 1. Sandy Myers is our school secretary, administrative assistant, who's also in charge of food service, who's also in charge of attendance, and does all those duties very, very well. But the site director has been a funded position that has been historically funded by the parent group. The Kings Mountain parents very involved in our school, but very involved in fundraising. We actually have a full day planned for tomorrow, Saturday, making the big round cookies that they sell at the Kings Mountain Art Festival. Mm-hmm. We can get you a couple.
Okay, yeah. Next time, bring the food up to the TV studio here.
Certainly, cookies for everyone. But Diane is exemplary, and we're so blessed to have her up at the site. She hosted last night, Thursday night at Kings Mountain, a welcome barbecue for our new Kings Mountain parents and students, and it's actually co-hosted with the first grade parents. So we had a large gathering up at Kings Mountain last night, maybe 35 to 40 people, and it was really great to have our new students coming onto campus, getting the opportunity to meet with some of our first graders, a lot of conversations and new friendships beginning already, and also for the parents as well. Not only we are a small school, you know, in the 70s, 75, 73, but also we have less parents. So the parents at Kings Mountain, we don't necessarily ask them to be involved. We need parents to be involved to make it happen. But Diane Siegel, as site director, she really facilitates a lot of community work, community involvement. And last year we were recognized again as a California Distinguished School, not just for our hands-on science program, but also for our community involvement. And last year we had the saying, you know, you hear it takes a village. At Kings Mountain we say it takes a mountain. And that was the theme of our California Distinguished School Award last year.
You know, you mentioned there in your answer, and really in the previous answer, I hear a lot, you know, community, the barbecue, you know, making cookies, parent involvement. That campus is a legendary reputation. I've been in this district a long time as a teacher and as a parent. And I always heard from other parents about all the parent community involvement that happens at Kings Mountain. Can you touch on that some?
Certainly, certainly. Again, we're very, very fortunate, like at many schools in our district, to have a core group of parents involved in the community involvement. But at Kings Mountain, the core group really needs to be the entire school because we are numerically challenged to get things going. But we also have a supportive community up on the mountain, the community center, the variety of community groups up at Kings Mountain. When we blow the whistle, you know, the groups up at Kings Mountain will come together, not just for fundraising, but just community support and resources. So it's a very isolated area up there. It's very beautiful. But many often at our fundraisers, we don't just have parents there. We have community members who do not have children who attend Kings Mountain, have never had children that have attended Kings Mountain. But they live on the mountain, and they want to see our school do well, and it's amazing, you know, what they will do to support our school. Last year we were very, very fortunate that some of the proceeds from the Kings Mountain Art Fair, which is coming up here over the Labor Day weekend, they generously donated $100,000 to our school, which you know, is not just for immediate use, but for long-term use as well. And that's something, you know, that we're forever grateful for. Fundraising is becoming more and more important. You know, as state and federal funding becomes less, you know, we have to rely internally, just as we rely on our generous Half Moon Bay communities to support bond measures and parcel taxes. The Kings Mountain community has rallied and will continue to rally to support our kids.
Corry, the principal at Kings Mountain Elementary and also the assistant superintendent in the district. He wears an awful lot of hats around our district. I'm Pat Olson. Thanks for watching here on the CUSD YouTube web channel.